Hello everyone, welcome back to our lecture series on power electronics, which is initiated by our GATE initiative. In last few classes, I have discussed on the square wave operation of inverters. It is fast. Initially we have started with single phase inverter, then we have discussed about the three phase inverter, specifically the 120 degree of operation, degree mode of operation, and 180 degree mode of operation. There we have shown you what are the output waveform, what we are getting at the output of the inverter, and what we are giving in the input, that is the DC. Those things I have discussed in the last few classes. Now today I am going to discuss about the Fourier analysis. Why we require Fourier analysis? Because by using this tool we will come to know that what are the sinusoids of what are the frequencies are in this square wave. Now we come to know what are the frequencies present and what are the magnitude and different frequencies of those components. So now let us first start with single phase VSI. In single phase VSI, what was the output voltage? VAB we have explained. Let us write that is the V output. Now positive VDC for half of the cycle and negative VDC for remaining half of the cycle. So this was plus VDC, sorry, this is minus VDC and this is plus VDC. Now what was this one? This was omega t and the fundamental angle at fundamental frequency, omega. Now this was pi, this was 2 pi. Now what are the fundamental value what are the fundamental frequency or the sinusoids what we can get is this one. This is around 1.28 of VDC, 28% more around. Now this is the fundamental value, fundamental sine wave we get. In addition to that, we get various other harmonics, we get. Now how do we know this information? We can get this information by using Fourier analysis. Okay. Now what is the Fourier analysis? In this case, I am not going to deep down into the details of the Fourier analysis. I will just discuss those things which are required for our case only, for explaining the inverter operation or what are the frequencies and magnitude of different harmonics, fundamentals, all those things we will discuss. So what we can express, this is suppose a V output of omega t, this is the function of omega t. This can be written as A naught by 2 plus summation of n equals to 1 to infinity an cosine of n omega t plus n equals to 1 to infinity bn of sine n omega t. So we can expand this waveform into this series. This is called the Fourier series expansion. This expansion is called the Fourier series expansion. Now what is A naught? A naught is the average value. This one is the average value. This is average value. Or we can say that this is the DC component. Now how to find out this an and vn? These are called the coefficients. This is the coefficients. This is coefficient for cosine wave. This is the coefficient for sine wave. This one is the coefficient for cosine wave. This is the sine wave. Now how we can find out them? We can find out them by, suppose say an. So what we do? We will basically multiply this waveform what is generated. There is a V output waveform. We will multiply this one by cosine of n omega t, and then we will find out the average of that. Okay. So basically this by total time period, that is suppose say 2 pi. and here I will say this one y2, because we are taking the limit 0 to 2 pi. V output of omega t, this is the output voltage, into cosine of omega t, sorry, n omega t, d omega t. So we are multiplying this is the waveform, we are multiplying this with cosine, and then we are taking this average, integrating, that is giving the area under this curve, under this whole part, and then we are taking the average. Why I am taking 2? Because of we are taking 0 to 2 pi. This concept you will get in detail if you go through this Fourier analysis, which is basically taught in the course of network theory. So I am not going that in detail here. So similarly, how we can get Bn, that is a similar way, 0 to 2 pi V output of omega t sine of n omega t d of omega t. So this is what is the we can find out in terms of an and bn. Okay. Now what is a by 2? This is the DC value, average value. Now if you see the waveform, what is present here, that is, if I erase this part, this waveform, here you can see what is the average value. Average value is 0 in our case. Whatever the waveform we are getting here, in that case average value is 0. Okay, and we can get, this is the sine wave of cosine terms and sine wave of sine terms. Sorry, summation of the cosine terms and summation of the sine terms, not sine. Now to express this V naught t, we have to find out these coefficients. Okay. Now if we consider this one, this is this waveform can be decomposed of, what are the components? Number 1, DC. Number 2, sinusoid of fundamental frequency. And various other harmonics. That is what we can decompose of. So that the same thing I have shown here. Now to get this expression, we have to find out An and Bn. So now to reduce the effort to find out An and Bn, there are some methods, that is called the finding out the symmetry in the periodic wave. If I can get the symmetry in the periodic wave, the effort we have to put in to find out these coefficients and the whole expression, it is reduced significantly. Okay. So now let us discuss a few things about the symmetry. Basically, if I start with, first is the even symmetry. Number 1, the even symmetry. So what is the even symmetry? Suppose say if it is a function, this is f is a function of theta. F theta is equals to, f is this is the waveform, theta with respect to theta is omega t. Suppose say, what is omega? Omega is equals to 2 pi by the time period t. Now this will be equals to f of minus theta. If this is satisfied, then we can say that the waveform is even symmetry. Now similarly, if we get odd symmetry when we can get if f of theta is equals to minus of f of minus theta. If the waveform satisfies this condition, then we say that this or the waveform possesses the odd symmetry. Okay. Now let us understand first what are they. At present I am not erasing this one. Let us understand. Let me change some color. Suppose say this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. Now if I get this type of waveform, this is also a periodic waveform, but this is the supposed shape of the waveform is this. Omega t, this is the magnitude V output, suppose say V output. Now if I find out what is that, this one suppose this is suppose a function, this is the function f, this is theta, this is minus theta, minus f. So now f of theta, suppose we are taking this is the theta suppose theta 1. Now obviously what will be minus theta 1? This will be the minus theta 1. Okay. Now if I take this one, what is the value of this f of theta 1? This is the value. What is the f of the minus theta 1? This is the value. Okay. So the magnitude they are same. What we are getting. Okay. Then this is called the event symmetry. Then this is called the event symmetry. Because the value is both the cases, this is positive, this is also positive value. Okay, so there is no sign change. So f of minus theta, this is also positive value. Suppose this is 5, value is 5. This is 5. So here also f of theta 1 is 5, f of minus theta 1 is also 5. F of theta 1 which is equals to 5, which is equals to f of minus theta 1. So this is satisfied. So this is called the event symmetry. Now if you take the theta 2, suppose say, what is this one? Minus 5. Okay, this is the minus 5 suppose say. And similar distance, if I take this is the theta 2, minus theta 2, same we will get the minus 5. So this one is satisfied. So this function is the event function. Now let us take an example of odd function. Let us take an example of odd function. Let's say this is the waveform. Sorry. Now if I find out, suppose this is similarly, this is theta 1 and this is theta 1. What is the f of theta 1 value? Suppose this is theta 1, this is also theta 1, minus theta 1, sorry. So f of theta 1 value is, suppose this is 10, this is minus 10. So we are getting 10. What is f of minus theta 1 value? This is minus 10. Are they equal? No. So is this event symmetry? Is this waveform possesses event symmetry? No. So what else? So let us check the odd symmetry here. Let us check the odd symmetry. So what is f of theta 1? What was that? That was the 5. Sorry, this was the 10. Now f of minus theta 1, f of minus theta 1, that one is minus 10. So now we can write f of theta 1 is equals to minus of f of minus theta, sorry, theta 1. Now what is this value? This is 10. What is this? Minus of minus 10. So this will also be 10. So they are equal. So we can say that this waveform possesses the characteristics of odd symmetry. Okay. Now why we are discussing? Because if we can establish the symmetry in the waveform, then basically what is the advantage? That, let me tell you the advantage. Advantage is that we don't have to find out both an and bn, both, because if you are going to find out this one is a tedious process, it takes some time. Now how we can minimize that time, that is what I am discussing here. That if we can establish the symmetry, maybe even symmetry, maybe odd symmetry, we will get some benefit to find out the Fourier expression or Fourier series expansion. Now what is, if this is even symmetry, then an is present, an terms are present, basically the terms containing the am, this is present, and bn equals to 0. So we don't have to find out bn if we can establish this waveform possesses the even symmetry. Now what is happening in this case? In this case we can establish an equals to 0 and bn terms are present. So bn is present. So we have to find out only bn here and an here. We don't have to find out bn in case of even symmetry. We don't have to find out an in case of odd symmetry. Now you can say how I am telling. You just take any example of even symmetry, similar, whatever the examples I have given here, similar example you take and check. If you check, you will find out that you are getting bn equals to 0 here and an equals to 0 here. That is what you will find out. You can check it. Now let us come back to our, okay, before going to this one, there are other two symmetry terms. Let us discuss for that also. They are called half wave symmetry. Half wave symmetry. What happens in this case? If f of theta is equals to, if f of theta is equals to, let us this way, let us take, this is pi plus theta equals to minus of f of theta. If this one is satisfied, then we can say that this is half wave symmetry. Obviously in that case we will get this half wave symmetry in case of odd symmetry. Now let us check this condition. Now suppose this is theta 1. Theta 1, what is the value? Theta 1, what is the value? So obviously let us say this is pi, this is 2 pi. Okay, this is minus pi, this is so on. So this value f of theta equals to 10. Now if I go for the pi distance, we will get here, this is pi plus theta 1. So what is pi plus theta 1? That is equals to minus 10. So f of pi plus theta 1, that is equals to minus 10. So now this is equals to minus of f of theta 1. So this condition is satisfied for this waveform. Therefore we can say that this is the half wave symmetry also. Now what is the advantage if we get the half wave symmetry? In that case there is no, so obviously first it is the odd symmetry, then only we will check this one. Now after that we are finding that, so whatever the condition which is satisfied here, that will remain same here, that is an will be 0 and in bn there will be no even harmonics. What is the meaning? Meaning of that, n equals to 2, 4, 6, for all those cases bn will be equals to 0. For these cases only. For these cases only bn will be 0. And bn will be present or bn will be finite value for other cases. What are that? That means for n equals to 1, 3, 5. For odd terms we will get bn only. will not get n for event term. Okay, there is another one advantage that I will tell little bit later on, fine. So this is the half wave symmetry. Let me clear this part. Next, one more symmetry we are going to discuss, that is called quarter wave symmetry. Now before going to the quarter wave symmetry, let us discuss the quarter wave symmetry first, then I will go to the derivation of this part. So what we will get? Quarter wave symmetry. What is the condition? Condition is that f of pi by 2 is the quarter cycle. Half wave symmetry, there we have taken pi for the half of the cycle. This is the quarter of the cycle. So this plus theta, suppose, which is equals to f of pi by 2 minus theta, if this condition is satisfied. In addition, there is another quarter, f of 3 pi by 2 plus theta is equals to f of 3 pi by 2 minus theta. If these two conditions are satisfied, then we can say that this waveform is having quarter wave symmetry. Okay. Now let us check those conditions. So what is the advantage of half wave symmetry? I have told you. One more advantage is left out, that I will tell little later. So now first check whether this condition is satisfied or not. So what is pi by 2? This is the pi by 2. This is pi by 2. And this one is pi. This is 3 pi by 2. This is 2 pi. Now if I take, this is the quarter cycle. This is quarter cycle. So if I take, this is theta 1. This is pi minus theta 1. This is pi plus theta 1. You can see that this is both the cases, this is same. Both the cases, if you take, that is the pi by 2 plus theta 1. This is pi by 2 minus theta 1. Both are equal. So this condition is satisfied. Now let us come back to the 3 pi by 2. This is the condition. Let's take, this is theta 1 here. Same distance, theta 1 here. So both the cases, this is the point, this is the point. Here also you can say both are minus, but they are equal. Both are minus 10. This is also minus 10, this is also minus 10. So therefore this is also satisfied. That means this waveform also contains the quarter wave symmetry too. Okay. Now what is the advantage? If we can establish that this is quarter wave symmetry, half wave symmetry and odd symmetry, which is happening in this case, that means in the output of the single phase voltage source inverter. First, square wave operation. For square wave operation, whatever the single phase voltage source inverter output we get, this expression is having, what are the symmetry? Let us write it down. What are the symmetry this waveform is having? Number 1, odd symmetry. Number 2, half wave symmetry. Number 3, quarter wave symmetry. These all three, this waveform, odd symmetry, half wave symmetry and quarter wave symmetry. So what is the conclusion? The number 1 conclusion we can write that AN will be 0. What about the BN? We will get BN only for n equals to, or if I say another way, 6, this event term Bn equals to 0. What is A0? I have already told you that in this case, if you take this area under this, the positive area and negative area, they are equal. So what is the average value? This is the average value. So average value will also be 0. Average value will be 0, an will be 0, bn for even functions we will get 0. So what bn will get? We will get bn for n equals to 1, 3 and 5 and 7, like that. Continue. So these are the bn term we will get. Bn for this n we will get. So we can see that is significantly reduced. Now let us write down the expression for the bn terms. That is from 0 to, what was the initial expression? Let me take it from there. That is 2 pi. So basically you can simplify this as 1 by pi. 0 to 2 pi. This is v naught into omega t, sorry, v naught function of omega t, sine of n omega t d omega t. This is this one. Now if this one is half wave symmetry, then we don't have to integrate it up to 2 pi. What we can do? We can integrate up to pi and multiply this result with 2. If it is half wave symmetry. Now if it is quarter wave symmetry, then what will happen? We don't have to integrate up to pi also. We can integrate up to pi by 2 and we will multiply by 4. Therefore, if we integrate this whole expression if we do this one, we will get this. So what is the expression we get? Let me find out. This is 4 by pi. What is the VDC? Sorry, what is the V output? 0 to pi by 2, that is up to this patch, pi by 2. What is this value? This value is VDC. So I am getting this one is the VDC, sine of n omega t into d omega t, integration 0 to pi by 2. So this we can write, let me take the VDC out, 4 VDC by pi, and what will be the integration of sine? We will get minus of cosine n omega t by n. Okay, now let me take this n also out here, in here. Now we are going to get this one, and this integration is 0 to pi by 2. So what we get? 4 VDC. So let me erase this one also. It will be easier for understand. This is n pi. What else? This one will be cosine of 0 minus cosine of n pi by 2. This is what we will get it. So what we will get this one? So this is 0 and this one will be 1. So what we can get? This is 4 VDC by n pi. Now what will be the final expression for this V out, V naught t? Let me change the color. It will be clear for you. So V naught of omega t, if I want to write, what we can write? Integration, because a naught is 0. So a naught 0, a n 0, these two terms vanishes, these two terms is vanished. So we will get n equals to 1, 3, 5, 7, to infinity. Now what is that? This is 4 VDC by n pi into sine of, sorry, correct, sine of n omega t. That is the expression of the output voltage waveform for single phase inverter. This is the output waveform. Now here if we see, this is Vm, is the peak voltage. This is the maximum value or peak voltage. Okay. Now if we want to find out, suppose say RMS value of this one, let me change the different color. Suppose say V1 RMS, this is the V1. So what will be this one? This will be 4 into VDC by N is 1. This will be root 2 to I. So this will be the final expression of V1. That is the RMS value. RMS, root mean square value. Fine. The maximum value by root 2. Now, if we are asked to find out the current expression for R load or RL load, now what to do? Let me erase this one. Okay, one suggestion is that you please verify this one. Whatever I am writing here, that is AN will be equals to 0. You take the same waveform, put into the formula. The formula is given for both AN and BN. You put into the formula and you check whether you are getting AN equals to 0 or not. You do it. I'm sure you will get the AN equals to 0. Similarly for A0 or A0 also. And you can also verify that whatever I am telling that this is will be 0, you just put into this expression. Then if you solve it, you will find out that finally this one, this is in Bn terms, even terms will be the 0. So let me see if I may try to derive that part. I can also show that part if I get time. So this will give you an understanding. So let us find out the expression for load current or the current expression I naught. Suppose the V naught expression I have given. So let me give you the I naught expression. Now what is I naught expression? Is that V naught by Z? If I say I naught expression, this one will be the V naught omega t by Z. Now for R load, what will be the Z? Z equals to R. What will be the, obviously this one, magnitude I'm talking about, and angle we'll consider later on. So in case of Z also, if we can consider, this is 0. And for RL, so Z equals to, this is the mod of Z angle, suppose say theta or suppose say phi. Okay. We will find out this one. What is the mod of Z? Mod of Z equals to root over of R square plus N omega L square. Now what is phi? Phi equals to tan inverse of N omega L by R. This is the phi value. So what we can do here, what is the I naught expression? I naught expression will be, for R load it will be very simple, just put R here. Let me do it. N equals to 1, 3, 5 to infinity. 4 VDC by N pi. If it is R load, this will be R, and this one will be sine into N omega t. That's all. Now if this is not R load, then what will happen? If it is RL load, then this one will be root over of, let me extend this one will be R square plus N omega L square of this one, sorry, sine of n omega t minus of phi. What is the phi expression? I have already written here. So this will be the current expression. So you can find out the Im here. This will be the expression for Im, maximum value of the current, and the peak value of the current. So this is the Fourier analysis for single phase VSI. Now let me show you one more thing. Let me show you one more thing here. That is, if we don't consider this one, suppose that if we want to find out Bn, that I have told that because of this half wave symmetry we are getting even terms 0. That what we can do, this is suppose that 2 by twice pi. This is an alternative method actually. 0 to 2 pi. What is this one? This is V naught into omega t into sine of n omega t d omega t. Now here, if I do it, suppose that this is 1 by 1 by pi. I'm not considering the half wave symmetry. I'm just simply putting it here. So what will happen? 0 to pi is one part. This one will be 0 to pi. What will this one? This is VDC sine n omega t d omega t. This is one part. Minus means this one is equal to plus, and then here this will be minus VDC. That will be pi to 2 pi sine n omega t d omega t. So this one is closing. What will happen in this case? 1 by pi. Now this one, let me take the VDC common, and if I take the VDC common and if I integrate and take the n out, then we will get VDC by n pi. Okay. What will be this one? This one will be the cos 0 minus cos of n pi. This is one, and let me take this minus out. So this will be minus of cos of omega t, n omega t. So this will be cos of minus of cos of omega t. So this is 1 minus, another will be the minus because of that. So this will be plus cos of n 2 pi minus of cos of n pi, close. So this is 1 n pi, this is another n pi, cos n pi. This is cos of n of 2 pi. So this cos 0 equals to 1. This is cos 0 equals to 1. So this one can be written as VDC by n pi. This one will be 1. So this is 1 minus of twice into minus 1 to the power n plus of 1. obviously to the power n, but every time this will be 1. So what is the final value we are getting? Let me take it here. So this is, let me simplify this one here itself, as this space is very less. So this will be twice 2 minus this one. Now if you see n equals to odd, suppose say 1, 3, 5. So what will happen? This will be minus. This will be minus 1. For 1, 3, 5, this odd value, this will be minus 1. So this will be 4 into this term will be the total output. Our outcome will be 4. This one. Now if n equals to even, so what will happen? This will be plus minus 1 to the power minus 1 square. So it will be plus minus 1 to the power 4. It will be plus minus 1 to the power 6. This will be plus. So 2 minus 2 plus 1 means 2 minus 2. That will be 0. So here itself you can see, if we put n equals to 2, 4, 6, then we are getting 0. If we are putting n equals to 1, 3, 5, we are getting 4. So this is the 4 VDC by n pi. So that is how you can see here, whether we are consider or not, we are getting here 0 for the even value of n. So this signifies that there is a quarter wave symmetry pauses. Half wave symmetry is there. So similarly, you can find out an also. You will get an will be 0. So that's all for today. That is the Fourier analysis for single phase VSI. Next class, I will discuss the Fourier analysis for 3-phase VSI for 120 mode and 180 mode for both the cases. Thank you.